statistic that says 1 in 3 women develop urinary incontinence 3 months postpartum. But what's interesting is 1 in 3 women have a urinary incontinence 4 years postpartum. So it doesn't change. Like, women aren't getting help and aren't getting better.
Yeah.
And then that statistic even worsens as we get older, where it's 1 in 2 between the ages of 50 and 80 that have incontinence. So it's still not getting better as we get older and as we age. So if we can, like you said, even C-section people aren't getting help. Vaginal deliveries aren't getting rehab right away either. So if we can capture those women right away postpartum, we could help even later in life, so that those numbers can start to go down instead of continuing to like snowball and rise. Because what's funny is, our grandmas had incontinence, or our mom has incontinence. So it's almost thought to be like a genetic predisposition, and it's just going to happen to me. I'm just prone to get it. It's just something I expect. So we almost normalize it, and that's sad, because there's so many things that can be done. I mean, you've probably heard from so many people already that there's so many options and so many amazing treatments that are available, but people just don't know.
Right. And also, you mentioned it goes through different stages of life, because menopause, for example, is a time period for a woman that is quite often with urinary incontinence. And of course, we have the hormonal balance and hormonal changes that change the quality of tissue, etc. So there's so many different factors that no wonder it is such a common issue. So
I know, and it's so frustrating, because I talk to so many women all the time that they didn't know there were, A, B, and C treatments available out there. And they've just been living with 1 pad, and then it's 2 pads, and then it's 3 pads. And
right?
Yeah.
It's not necessary. Yes, there's so many other solutions. We're going to delve more into what flight does and other solutions. But let's. I do want to ask you about like the first 3 steps a woman can take now to either prevent or begin improving the stress urinary incontinence.
Yes. So one of my favorite tips to tell people is called the knack. So what the knack is, I almost give it a little tip called squeeze before you sneeze. So what it is, it helps with stress urinary incontinence, that type of incontinence if you leak with coughing, laughing, sneezing, exercising. So what it is, it's a pre-contraction of your pelvic floor muscles. So you grab and lift, so doing a quote unquote Kegel. And then you would cough, laugh, or sneeze. So while you're holding that Kegel, sneeze, cough, and then you can release it and let it go. So what that's going to do is kind of close off that urethra and prevent that leak from happening. And it's an exercise that people can practice too. You can be like, okay, so Monica, we can do this right now.
Okay,
so
let's do it. I love that. Yes.
Contraction, and then you can, and then release the Kegel contraction. And you can just practice that. So then you redevelop that brain pelvic floor connection, so it becomes natural and a more reflexive contraction for you. So what has to be voluntary can then return to an involuntary state.
Okay, so you're really practicing to sort of make it like a neural pathway, so that you just automatically engage, and that just by itself will prevent, incontinence, events from happening.
Exactly. Yeah.